Feet planted. We're gonna be our tree. Calm down there. You're jumping ahead. Okay, tongue on the roof of the mouth. We're gonna tune into our teeth and our ears and our bones because we're in the season of the water element and the kidneys. So we're just gonna pay extra attention to those things. They've been speaking to me lately. And with the teeth lightly touching and the tongue on the roof of the mouth, we're going to turn from the hips and the waist. Breathing in the nose and out the mouth. Keeping that tongue on the roof of the mouth to add as a little resistance. This is how I'm going to be breathing into the organs. Here the hands are just actually knocking just on the hip bones, the front and the back hip bones. And I like to kind of bend my knees as I come to the center and straighten them as I go to the sides. And then you can bring the hands up a little higher, knock a little higher on the spine. Waking up each vertebrae in the spine. We're going to do this slowly. It's a really good exercise. And then we'll come up a little higher, just like vertebrae by vertebrae. Maybe we're knocking like 3 times per vertebrae and then moving up a little. If you can't get your hands that high, that's okay. Just go as far as you can go. And you can keep moving the upper arm to just under the collarbone. Maybe you can hit your shoulder blades, I don't know. And then you can come to the top of the neck, just following all the way up the spine. We're preparing the spine for the microcosmic orbit. And so we want to open up all the pumps all the way up the spine. These are lymphatic pumps. Now we're going to come back down as we're opening up the entire spine. Slowly calm down. Keep breathing in the nose, out the mouth. Breathing in 90% good and 10% bad energy. And then breathing out anything you don't need, any excess. We have to take in a little bad with the good. It's just part of the deal. And slowing it down. All right. Now we've opened up in rotation. Let's open up the spine in flexion and extension. So we're going to do spinal cord breathing. So we're going to inhale, but we're going to keep the chin tucked and then the teeth lightly touch and you can squeeze the head. And then we're going to exhale, rounding the back and squeezing the glutes, activating the cranial sacral pump. Back and forth. Inhale, squeeze. Maybe even squeeze your eyeballs. And then let it go and exhale, squeeze the glutes. Inhale. Exhale. Now I'm of the generation, I never had to pump water. I don't know if anybody has, but I guess you used to have to go to a well or whatever and you'd have to pump water. One of the two, either a pump or a well. It's kind of what this is, but pumping the water up. And as our energy increases, actually, we don't need the pump as much, which is interesting. It'll just shoot up. All right, now on the inhale, we're going to inhale and turn to one side. And exhale, round to the center. Inhale, round to one side. Exhale, round to the center. Inhale. And exhale. Oh, my chest just popped. My ribs are moving. My belly is gurgling. Moving all the fascias. Separating the muscles from the spine. Stretching. Separating the core muscles from the arm muscles and the leg muscles. Kind of like a good morning stretch. And back to the center. Oh, so good. Oh, since my hands wanted to go here, we could do some wave breathing. So one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest, and then we breathe in belly, chest, and then out chest, belly. Nice and slow. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. Kind of like that. And just notice. Notice how your belly expands on the inhale, and then there's some stretching going on here, and then eventually there's this lifting of the upper hand. And then this hand seems to want to drag up, and it comes back down. It feels like an accordion. Really tuning into the diaphragm. The diaphragm is that muscle that goes horizontally here, and as we inhale, it pushes down, creating a space. And then the organs have to move out of the way, so we create a belly, and then bring our hands to the back, and let's feel our kidneys breathe. So we'll keep doing that same motion, but now we're going to have our intention of feeling our hands at the back actually lift off a little bit as we breathe. So we feel the belly, the back, and the chest. And now as we breathe in and out here, just imagine an orange light coming in on the inhale, pouring down the throat and gathering in this area in your kidneys. Might feel like ice there. We can talk about the 4 states of water. Kidney is the water element. Just keep breathing into the kidneys, noticing them. They're going to start melting or getting warm. You can bring your hands to the sides and just feel the ribs moving if you like. On the inhale, they come out. Allow them to expand. On the exhale, follow them through the exhale, feeling that tension. Inhale, diaphragm goes down. Exhale allows it to rise back up. You might notice the spine wants to rock or sway, so it might go forward, it might go back. Allow it to rock on the toes and heels, like we're seaweed in an ocean, just rooted in the sand bed. You can bring your arms out like this. And as we go back, we just bring the arms back, rotating the fingers toward the back wall. And as we come forward, we rotate the fingers toward us as if to stop us from falling. And we just keep rocking back and forth, connecting the breath with the movement, feeling our breath expand and widen, and the energy rises as we inhale. And then as we exhale, it gets this narrowing sensation and a settling. Making it nice and slow, you can feel the energy around you. The slower you go, the more intense the sensations. And the deeper the sensations. If you feel your chin dropping, just remember to lift your chin up. You're nice and straight and tall. Spine is long. Your connected feet are like rooted into the ground. You can feel, it feels as if maybe there is like some sort of fluid around you. And we're melting ice into this easy water state or exclusion zone state, which is a solid state of water before liquid water, and there's gas. And so we're getting more negative ions, becoming more solid and grounded and more gel-like. This is strengthening our kidney energy, our water energy, and our immune system. All right. Now we're going to come up and just massage the ears. They might feel hot, they might feel cold. You just go from the top, squeeze between the finger and thumb, and then make little circles, and then move down, make 3 little circles, move down, make 3 little circles. Some spaces will feel soft, some faces will feel hard, some faces will feel like they have little pieces of sand. Keep breathing in the nose. Feel the energy come up the back of the spine and go down the front. We're going to follow that now. So bringing the hands here, we'll bring the energy back towards the hips and pelvis. Feel it coming up the sacrum. Then there's your lumbar spine, like lumbar 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then you're coming to thoracic 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Bringing the hands slowly up. 4, 3, 2, 1, now they're at the level of the shoulders, T1. Now we're going to the cervical spine, C7, C6, C5, C4, C3, C2, C1, and then we have C0, and then we can bring the hands forward to the eyes, and then we come back down the body, slowly gliding them down, feeling each vertebrae. So we can go C0, C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T6, T7, T8, T9, T10, T11, T12, L1, L2, L3, L4, L5, and then down to the pelvic, pubis, up the sacrum, rising up the back, nice and slow. Feeling that draw or that pull, you might notice a pain or a heat or a line of tension between your hands and your spine. That's okay, just notice that and breathe and keep moving them as slowly and gently as possible. We're tuning into the plasma of our blood, which has that highest electromagnetic potential, and guiding it through the spine, opening up all our channels. This is already happening naturally, of course. We're just bearing more witness to the process and ensuring its smooth operation. When physics gets observed, it can improve or change. Feeling our solidity as well as our fluidity. And bringing the hands down toward the belly. You can interlock the web of thumb and put your hands over the navel and just make little circles, helping us to store all that energy that we just cultivated. Take a few breaths. And relax. And just notice how your body has changed from when we started to now. And then we'll just take a seat and grab a drink, and we'll go into a breathing exercise. Now that we've changed our states, we prepared our body for a meditation, and my favorite meditation is breathwork. We're just going to deepen the same experience that we've just been cultivating. We're pendulating between sympathetic and parasympathetic type actions. And so the parasympathetic part of the nervous system is more pumping. It's got pumps and waves, and so that's like peristalsis is sort of the felt sense of the parasympathetic. And so we're going to do a round of 3 minutes of pumping to, I don't know, I guess we're kind of trying to evoke the parasympathetic nervous system by doing this ritual. You could look at it like that. So we're going to pump 30 times. And then after we do that, we're going to do something called purging. And so then we're going to add more of the breath. And so we're going to be saying voos, or like trying to blow a candle, or like blow a boat across water. So it'd be like, and you really get that push from the belly, but you have that resistance with the tongue on the roof of the mouth and that. So that's purging. The pumping would look like I would inhale, expand, and then exhale. I want to squeeze my hands. I squeeze my glutes. I squeeze my thighs. I even flex my wrist, squeeze my arm, my biceps. I can like squeeze my neck. You make the swamp monster. You can squeeze basically everything. You can curl your toes. That's the squeeze. You do as tight as you go and you relax. And that's the pumping. It's sort of like, and you can go as tense as you want. I'm just showing you an extremist view. If you squeeze too much or breathe too much, you might get a little laughy, because that's when you get high on oxygen. Anyway, so we're going to do some pumping. Then we're going to do some purging. And then we're going to do a 1 minute breath hold. And we're going to just notice things still moving around and us not being dead, which is pretty cool because we can all do a minute, so that's fine. And then we're going to take some rescue breaths just to make sure that our oxygen level is back up and not dropping too low. So we're going to go say hope. So it's like hope and then on the exhale. And it's just a big in the mouth and out the mouth breath just to get oxygen in. The other type of breathing we can do is in the nose, out the mouth. But in the hope breath, it's going to be in the mouth, out the mouth. After that, we're going to do an inhale, hold. And so we're going to hold our breath again. And this time we're going to squeeze everything while holding our breath and imagine energy rising and heat rising up into the eyeballs. Yeah, kind of like before. And then we're going to hold that for a little bit. We're going to let it go. And you're going to feel all this cool, settling, narrowing energy. So your body might want to rock or sway in that. And then we're going to go into phase 2. So that's phase 1. We did the 30 pumpings. We did the purging. We did the 1 minute exhale hold. And then we did a 15-second inhale, hold, squeeze. That's phase 1. Then we're going to go to phase 2. And we're going to do 60 fast breaths. So faster breathing for the 3 minutes, twice as fast. And it's going to just be, it could be in the mouth, out the mouth, in the nose, out the, whatever, just the rate is important. And this activates more the sympathetic nervous system, which is more buzzy. And if we get too buzzy, it can start to like, the body wants to, it's like we're being electrocuted a little bit, but we're causing it so we can create our own. Anyway, it's just the rate creates that heat and creates that buzz. And we're going to do that fast for 3 minutes. And then we're going to inhale, hold, and squeeze again for 15 seconds, feeling it all buzzing. And then we're going to let it go. And that's 1 round because that's phase 2. Does that make sense? Follow along. You'll get it. It's okay. So let me just get set up here so that I don't lose my spot. Okay, and we're letting go. Okay, so breathing in and let it go. I'm going to use my hands, you don't have to. In the nose, out the mouth. And, I do the pump. Squeeze, letting go. Oh, sorry, inhale, squeeze. Letting go, expand. Let's do that one. Doesn't matter which one you do. You can squeeze on the inhale, squeeze on the exhale. Yeah. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, squeeze, exhale, letting go. Yeah, let's just do that one. Inhale, squeeze, letting go. Inhale, squeeze, letting it go. Activating the pumps. Peristalsis, parasympathetic nervous system. Inhale, hold, let it go. Inhale, squeeze, let it go. like waves of an ocean, very watery, squeezing ice, melting ice into solid water, maybe into liquid water, maybe into steam, going through the 4 phases of water, smoothing out the chi. A few more breaths, we'll get into purging. Inhale, squeeze, letting go. And now we'll do the purging breath. So, like you're trying to blow a candle very far away, you're trying to blow it out. And getting to the bottom of the lungs, this is really inhaling fully, exhaling fully, purging all the air in the lungs. You might feel a little dizzy or lightheaded, but you can increase gradually. Don't squeeze too hard though. We'll give 3 good purges now. One more. And now you can take a breath in, and we're going to hold. All right, now we're going to exhale slowly and squeeze. Oh, I forgot about this part. We're going to do another hold on the exhale squeeze. Feel everything tight. Squeeze the belly, squeeze the hands. Everything gets tight until then you're holding your breath a little bit on the exhale. And then suddenly inhale. Feel that sponge effect, everything expands. That's the way that one goes. Now we're into phase 2. We're going to do fast breathing. In, let it out. In, let it out. And I like to do actually reverse breathing here. Where we breathe into mainly the chest, and then let it go. So in this case, the belly goes in on the inhale, the belly goes out on the exhale. I knew there was something I was missing. I always remember as I do it. It's okay. You get benefits whichever way you do it. The rate. It's really hard because my thinking brain and feeling brain, they keep mixing, and then I just can't. Why so serious? Oh damn. Okay, sorry. Can't relax my belly if I'm laughing too much. This is hard. This one's an inhale, hold, squeeze, I promise. We do all the things. Pendulating between yin and yang. Ooh, I feel lightheaded now. A little dry in the throat. Definitely feet are warm. At this point, we might also be discharging stuck sympathetic energy, so you might have past memories, traumas. It's all fun, just let it go. It'll be fine. It might feel like it's happening now, but it's not. Keep breathing. A few more breaths. I feel fast and high pitched. Now fully in. Hold, squeeze. And let it go. Oh, excuse me. Whew. One round. All right, round two. Back to the pumping. Oh yeah. I keep focusing on drawing energy into away from the extremities. So when we squeeze it, it's pushing it out of the hands, and we're drawing it toward the organs and the face, engaging the third part of the fight or flight. We had the rest and digest. We had the fight and flight. And so through this, also a third state is emerging, the social engagement part, where the organs and the face will start to have sensations. Yes, that just happens as we do the 3 rounds. We get deeper and deeper. It's more subtle, but you might notice a heat or a glow on your face, or your organs. Your face is sort of the representation of your organs. In Chinese, and so Qigong is Chinese, they say that your skin is a way they can read your internal state. So your face says what you have in your guts. If you know how to read face, I guess. Yeah. Some people just read eyeball. I don't know. I guess face reading could be like micro expressions. It could be skin tone, whether it's pale, is it blue, is it red, pink, brown, orange, I don't know, whatever color the skin happened to be. Sometimes silver. If it's silver, they had way too much colloidal silver. If it's orange, it's way too much carrots or some other sun tanning incident. Keep pumping. My feeling brain has decided to go out to the sides, so just saying, if you didn't notice that, you could try it. I don't know. A few more pumps. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, let it go. One more time. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, let it go. Now we'll do the purging. In the nose. Oh, maybe you want to put your hands here. Feel the breath. Belly goes in. Really connect with your deep fascia, your organs, maybe your heart. Do 3 deep purges. 1, 2, 3. Now fully in and hold. Now exhale slowly. And squeeze everything. Squeeze. Feeling below the navel, the belly. Squeeze that tight of the pelvic floor. Feel that pressure on the bladder, but hold your pee. Keep squeezing tighter. Feel your thighs tighten, your glutes, your hands. Hold it, hold it. And suddenly inhale. Let it expand. Fast breathing. Oh, in, out, in, out. And I like to focus on the lungs and the large intestine, or your colon, for this reason, which is all part of the metal element while we're breathing. So if you can handle that. And I like to use the lung sound, which is Z. Zzz. And that's with the teeth lightly touching, the tongue on the roof of the mouth. You might be able to do that, maybe not. Gets more of that vibration to the colon, which gives you more of that deep cleansing of the metal element. Metal element and the nervous system are a little bit more buzzy, so this has also more of a sympathetic fight or flight edge to it. When I feel it, I feel like a lot of electricity in my teeth. I feel a metallic taste in my tongue, and that travels down to the organs because the teeth have a lymphatic connection to the organs, and so we can create that chi connection to help them detoxify. Connecting the water element with the metal element. Five more breaths. Slowly in, hold, squeeze, up to the head. And then let it go. Might want to take a sip. And we're going to do our last third final round. Listen to your body, feel your body. You might want to shake it out, or you can put accents or things in. Freestyle it. This breath rate is 10 breaths a minute. In case you were curious, for 3 minutes. The faster breathing is 20 breaths a minute for 3 minutes. And now we feel very different to the first time we did this round. Like fascia, we're feeling the layers. And when we start to connect to the mid-tide and the long tide, which is part of the peristalsis, you'll feel those waves or pulses and that heat. Those are signs that you've been doing it correctly and activating the parasympathetic. If it feels all tight and achy, you may have been in the freeze state for quite some time. So just give yourself time to de-thaw. I feel a light buzz in the face or the fingers. Everything becoming softer, overcoming hard with soft. Heat is soft, but ice is solid, which is cold. One more. Inhale. Squeeze. Let it go. Now we'll start to purge. Feel your kidneys, feel your lungs, feel your intestines, your colon. We'll do 3 hard ones now. One more. Now take a breath in and hold. Slowly exhale. Like a balloon, letting out some air. Squeeze. Slower. Slower. Squeeze. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the thighs. Hold your breath a bit. Squeeze tighter, tighter. Tighter, tighter. And then suddenly inhale. Expand and faster breathing. I feel like I'm rowing a boat. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. No, I can't sing and breathe. Wow, if I try to sing or hum it, I get way more hot heat in my elbows and hands. Whew. My hair even starts to sweat. It's weird. This is fun. Look, I'm going nowhere fast. Too much oxygen. Mitochondria, the body has to create mitochondria when there's too much oxygen. But I feel good. Just me. Okay. I'm a little high on my own supply. Squeeze my eyeballs. That's better. When I squeeze my eyeballs, it loosens up my belly. I don't know why, but it's fun. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fully in a squeeze. And let it go. Done. That's 3 rounds of awesome breathing for more energy. If you're somewhere else, just put your hands on your knees and try to bring yourself back. You might rock or sway, and we're feeling that narrowing and centering energy, sort of like a spinning top. When we got our energy really good, it was widening and getting fast, and it was rising, and then as energy settles, it gets narrow. You might feel this sort of spiraling, guiding the energy back down toward the coccyx or your sacrum. Might be a energetic connection to the earth. You can feel like there's a big cord running down from the crown of your head through your spine to the center of the earth. Feeling the whole spinal cord, it might be slightly unwinding or rotating. in Chinese, they call the spinal cord the dragon, and so the dragon moves like a dragon would. And if you've ever seen those Chinese parades, and they have those dragons, and it kind of moves a little awkward bit, but there's a lot of little people, and so there's a lot of little mitochondria moving your big dragon, and yeah, that's fun. So we're gonna just bring our hands together, actually just rub them, and we're gonna do a little bit of a grounding. And then you can even just wash your hands with your hands and just feel the backs and the fronts, make sure that they're sort of the same temperature and texture. Maybe the back of your hands are colder. This has more of the yin energy and the lymphatics and has to do with your lungs, whereas the palm has to do more with your heart. And so it's just good to know. And then bring your hands together and pull them apart and feel that there's like not only a heat, but like a push and pull. So there's this magnetic polarity there. And now we'll take that and do that microcosmic orbit again, guiding the energy up the spine and down the front of the body, reintegrating all that new energy. And just feel where maybe your hands get drawn to a particular area. Maybe it causes you to move in a particular way. Just go nice and slow and just witness. You're kind of doing your own thermodiagnostics, your own body scan. You know, pretend you're some strange machine and you're just analyzing yourself. It's okay. We can actually know more about what's going on in our body than a doctor can, because we can feel and experience it real time. They have to look from a limited point of view and choose different angles to look at, or they're going to look at just your blood and just rather than the fat tissues that could have toxins in them, the blood could be fine, and so they didn't find anything, so you're okay, you know, but here you can feel it all, so. Now just guide the hands slowly down to the belly, again, interlocking the thumbs, and just placing them over the navel, making little circles and storing this energy. We did some movements, and then we just did some breath movements. And so 2 different ways to move energy, combining together, weaving into each other. Take a few breaths. Notice how there's a nice warmth and a pulse in there. You can feel your heart beating through your aorta. You can feel the vein is nice and open, the vena cava. And relax.